been very beatable in the grid. And
yes.
pretty much nowhere else. They're going to see, though, if that can be switched around here to get ourselves into this best of 5 to see who's going to move on to the next round. BDS, who have been that unstoppable team throughout the entire European region against Oxygen, who look to try and reframe how their season has been. Also heard about how Farah does kind of enjoy this format a little bit more, maybe a little bit less chaotic. I'm sure I feel the same way if I was playing 5 times every single time I was playing in this.
Yeah, I think they did it wrong in Split 1. Oxygen, you weren't supposed to lose a whole bunch of series and go all the way, 5 series in a row every single time. BDS probably loved the last split because they were just sweeping it every single time. But that is, the difference with RLCS Season X. We got a whole pile of formats. It's really fun to see how various teams perform in each of them. EU's been fairly consistent up until now, but Oxygen are on the upward trend. 6th place, or 5th/6th place in regional number 1. Looking to repeat or go better in this one.
Well, there's one thing that they will not want to be consistent, and that is their results for Oxygen. Already this split looking a lot better than the last one, as that's an infield pass over to Extra. Nothing really Extra can do with that. A little bit too high for him, and now a chance to try and break away. Astral trying to re-establish himself one of the top players in the region. Always has been so dangerous, but it becomes difficult to justify singing his plaudits as much as we would like to when the results simply haven't been there.
Yeah, results have to be considered in any kind of best player conversation, although Azrael has had unreal moments, as always, in many of the Oxygen series that they played last split, and especially in the grid. The results just haven't been there. They haven't produced when they're under pressure, and they've been losing to their rivals. They've been losing to teams that everybody expects them to beat. But this is finally a chance for them in a big underdog matchup. And early on, no clear advantage for either team.
Extra looks to try and find a little bit of space. Does ricochet off him. Monkey Moon forced to play his way back. Now an unintentional fill pass. Very shot. Won't have much on it. That was set up, though. It's been a gradual move forward from Oxygen, but nothing gradual about that demo. And had to be very on top of it at the challenging BDS player. That gets past them. That is an open net that was left available. This is a tame game 1 thus far. Still waiting for the first goal. Astral not going to be able to deliver it. All of the passes we have seen so far, very high. Very difficult to control.
And no isolated defenders for either team that have been available for exploitation. That's why neither team is able to produce many opportunities in offense up until now. You'll notice there's never a challenge by itself. It's always followed up by another one immediately afterwards. So that it's very hard to get the ball past the entire team. Now, how are these teams going to try and work against that? Well, it could be more of a focus on the ground game, because when you're trying to, go high over the top of one player, it does just play the ball straight into your opposition's third man a lot of the time.
Oh, one misplay though from Farah. Almost left Chaussette. A bit of hassle now. Astral for the demo. Gets it over the top to Chaussette. Will there be another player? No, BDS just swarmed that defense almost immediately.
You can see the respect that Oxygen have for BDS there. They didn't even bother playing for the center ball, expecting BDS to clear it. They've got to take those half chances. You've got to at least have somebody close to the area. This is an awkward one for Oxygen. Boost is running low, marked by 8. Will open the scoring for BDS. And just like that, they have the lead. It was a full team boost starvation situation. Astral had hardly any in the play. Chaussette was the only one who was able to do anything with it. And that meant that when Chaussette was beaten to the ball, it was just wide open for BDS.
I was going to say that the start of this game hasn't exactly been all that explosive, but neither team would be all that unhappy with the way they've been playing. But it's when those sort of goals go in and you start to realize, okay, now we've got no real time left to try and turn this back around. And BDS will always just be masters of blasting the ball straight back into their opponent's side of the field, off the backboard yet again. We're sending Will forward. Chaussette tries his luck. And Monkey Moon will not allow him to be lucky today.
It was great power in the shot, but it really didn't threaten BDS whatsoever. They've got, a couple players back who could have saved it, in fact. And how often have we seen those counter-attacking shots just go straight into open nets recently? BDS not going to fall for a trap that simple.
Always so phenomenal reading the game. Farah tried to get there. They thought that was going to be their
Oh
opportunity, but my goodness. The interception from Extra is so precise.
That's just a phenomenal read by Extra. Didn't flip away from the play, didn't go looking for boost when he ended up on the wrong side of the ball. No, he kept his eye on it, knew exactly what Oxygen had planned. He could see that they're probably going to make a commitment with their third man because the time is running out, and he intercepts it not only with a clear, but actually with just a second goal. That's a phenomenal defensive play from Extra, who was on the wrong side of the ball there.
Oh, Astral's going to have a chance. He will turn that one in. We have seen what Astral is capable of scoring. A backboard read will not trouble him. And with 12 seconds left here, Johnny, maybe Oxygen can send us to overtime.
Yeah, good play there by Chaussette. Getting a clear that BDS weren't expecting. Nobody was anywhere near intercepting that one. BDS getting a bit too comfortable at the end of that game. That second goal from Extra was not expected for them, for sure. You know, being under attack at the last few minutes. They might get a third even. They won't need it, but it does go into the ground. Oxygen unable to keep the ball up in 0 seconds. That's disappointing end to them, but really, you just have to look at this performance from BDS and acknowledge that they didn't have any real weaknesses. They didn't have any gaps in their defense. I think we had one double commit from Monkey Moon, but even that was, you know, just a margin, like a half shot. Monkey Moon could see, you know, maybe I'm double committing here, but there's no Oxygen player in front of it. So he's quite happy to hit the ball away from his goal in that position, play it safe rather than wait and see what happens. And look at that interception from Extra. That is just world class. Most players would have rotated away from that position, gone back to goal, gone to get boost, gone back post or something. No, he just hung around. He knew that that's what Oxygen were going to be playing for.
And I do want to confirm on this one, Johnny, because we have criticized previously a lot of these sort of infield passing plays. We don't hate that one, though. That one from Oxygen was they had to try something. Yeah, it was just brilliant from Extra. And
it was a good pass as well. It was on target for the third man in the position. However, with BDS reading every move that Oxygen make as effectively as they do, you're always running the risk of walking into an interception like that. And like you said, you don't really have a choice when you run goal down in the final 30 seconds against BDS. You just have to go for it. Whatever chance you get, you've got to take it because you're not going to get a better one. Got a good chance early on in this game. Asher got a bit ahead of the shot. Mark by 8 actually just going to leave that to drop down towards Extra. I think he realized his touch wasn't going to be a good one, so he just stopped boosting, called that he's going to leave it, and it's an easy clear for Extra.
And Oxygen really wanting to lock down in this midfield, make sure they steal as many of the 100 boosts as possible, but a lot of space given. Asher and Ferro also very close together in the rotation, so a slight miscommunication as to where, well, who is supposed to be going where, but a missed touch from Extra, and it's a double commit yet again. Now a chance to break away. The pass to Mark by 8, right behind him. That'll give Oxygen a chance to get some more players back, but sloppy from both teams. Yeah, and neither team takes advantage.
Yeah, extremely wayward touch in defense from BDS, but Oxygen didn't get a good power shot on it. And we saw this same problem from Triple Trouble yesterday. How big of a difference the lack of power shots can make in these close quarters. Well, that was the best chance of the entire match for Oxygen. You know, if we're ignoring the one consolation goal that did go in. And they had two players who looked like they would be capable of scoring from that range. Neither of them got a good shot.
And we have to look back as well to the play that Astral got in front of. Oxygen aren't going to get too many of those. They are half chances. They're not even really chances. Things like that one. It's just you're one more touch away from creating the play. They'll give you the chance, but it's about as good as you're going to get against BDS. They're not going to give you the free shots. Astral can't quite come out on top of the challenge against Mark. Pops it over to Monkey Moon. This might leave Monkey Moon available to continue this. Goes for the pinch shot. Only he can. Nothing in just yet. It's a slightly more expressive game than game one was, but still both teams trying to maintain a little bit of discipline when it comes to their rotation. Astral has been caught a bit far forward. No. Instead can take it over. He's going to be all by himself for the time being. That's what BDS will do every single time. They will launch that first player in to make sure the second player has a much easier time.
That is exactly the defensive strategy that they're going for there. They have two defenders in the play, so there is no point in the first challenge to delay by any length of time. They just have to close the distance, force the flick as early as possible. And now they've got an open net, actually. Monkey Moon has put it wide, though. Oh, he maybe thought that was bouncing in off the post by the looks of things. He wasn't even close on the rebound.
Now Oxygen have got away with one, but for how much longer? Crucial touch from Chaussette removes it from the path of Mark. Boom and clear, and for once, BDS were a little bit far forward, but only with their first player. We forgot about the second one. Pass over to Mark by 8. He realizes the shot is unavailable. Are we going to get ourselves to the same situation as the last game where Oxygen were doing well, but eventually just ran out of boost? A solid job so far of timing and picking up those 100s in their corners. Chaussette can't afford a mistouch. He will not give one. Still, BDS pressing, looking for that one misstep. They will not overcommit. And now here comes Mark Bayer to take it off the post. And that is a let-off for Oxygen, who are still under defensive pressure.
Yeah, that should have been on target from Mark. He'll know that. It was a great pass from Monkey Moon. Had the entire Oxygen defense on the wrong side of the ball. But just like Oxygen earlier on in the game, the shot quality wasn't quite good enough. Both teams missing glorious opportunities. Now Mark's bump onto the goalkeeper will force Chaussette to retreat. Oh, Chaussette nearly stuck one past Extra there, but Extra, knowing that he wasn't going to be able to catch up with that one, decided to flick into it early. Definitely the right idea. And he's got a chance for Monkey Moon. On the counter, flip reset secured. He does get a piece of it, but so does Chaussette.
Mark off the backboard. Chaussette realizes he can't go first time. Called off by Astral. Still no goals to speak of just yet. BDS having the better chances so far. Extra reset used. Chaussette ends up attacking it a bit late. Back into midfield. Chaussette, he gets there. But how much more can he defend against? Nothing else. Extra was the first one to it. And it looks like BDS are taking game 2 unless Oxygen can do something in 30 seconds.
Chaussette unable to recover for the double save. You know, falling off the post there, it was the only way that he could jump up to a crossbar height shot because he only had 3 boosts. That's why he committed to the post. He didn't want to sit on the ground with 0 and watch a top corner shot go over his head. But it did make it a bit more awkward and the shot came in a bit lower. He wasn't able to clear it. Now, again, BDS will lead late on in the game. And it's once again a forced play for Oxygen. They need to attack. They're wide open for counters, but it doesn't matter. They need to throw everything at BDS.
And this is a series that is really proving that BDS aren't just a speed and offense style of team. How difficult has it been for Oxygen just to find a chance? And they're trying different things here, but BDS are just that quick and just that difficult to break down because even when they get the ball past one, there's 2 more heads to this Hydra and it's very difficult to break them down.
Well, this series for me has been a great example of consistent pressure. And although BDS missed a couple of opportunities early on in this game, we had a free shot from Mark that he hit into the post with no backup. We also, saw Monkey Moon narrowly missing on a rebound that he just couldn't get the right read on. It's not the one-time shot that they need. They just have so many opportunities. They have so much pressure. They have so many chances. They have such consistent threats coming from all 3 players that there's almost no way for Oxygen to hold on.
So we are going to do a very quick server swap. So we're going to send you guys to a break. When we come back, we're going to get into game 3 of Oxygen versus BDS. Welcome back to RLCS Season X. We've got ourselves our new server. I've got myself a cup of tea, and we are getting ourselves ready for game number 3 here, Johnny. And it's been a series of half chances, and the half chances have been taken by BDS.
Yeah, it's a really interesting series, actually. I think you can't really put BDS, looking a bit timid in offense down to one 5-game series against Fadeaway. I know all of you guys remember the BDS sweeps that have been happening recently in the winter major, or the winter regional 1 and in the fall major, but they're pretty used to going to game 5 and winning. They've actually got an incredible game 5 win record, so that series against Fadeaway won't be too much of a shock to their system. I think they just really respect Oxygen, even though Oxygen's results aren't there in RLCS X regionals. They're apparently doing really well in practice matches. They do great in the grid. They've even had a brilliant record against BDS, so that's forced BDS to be a bit more careful. And I really love their challenge game in this matchup. Never leaving anyone isolated, communicating when challenges are going to occur to perfection, so that when one player gets taken out of the game, another is ready to fill the gap immediately.
Yeah, we have seen one mistake when it comes to that style of play from BDS, and it happened when they already thought the game was over.
Yeah.
2 goals up in game 1, so nothing really worthwhile just yet that you would expect to see over and over again. Josette would love to get in, but there was just no real way in. There was no path. Here comes Astral. Double tap attempt. He's not going to be challenged.
Oh my
still
goodness.
Kept out. Extra. He took a jump. He took a guess, and he was absolutely right.
How has Extra saved that? Oh dear, Oxygen have just been completely deflated, I bet, by that save. It was a confidently struck rebound from Astral. Oh, that's not the best touch by Monkey Moon, though. Marked by 8, not too far forward in the goal line, though, and actually saves both shots and the center ball. That's really good positioning by Mark.
Oxygen, though, happier this game so far to put all 3 forward. I'm trying for multiple bumps, multiple ways off the backboard to try and set up, but that leaves them lower boost as they do get themselves back through inside the field. Another fantastic save. Marked by 8. Now against Josette. Josette will win that one. Can he follow it, though? No, he cannot. It's a player that you want to keep that ball very far away right now. Extra is in form on the field. And he's going to look to try and do even more damage off that challenge. Farah to the corner. That'll be handing the ball away to Mark. That's a lethal half volley. Good luck trying to get back to that.
Yeah, good thing Astro was in his own half. If he just advanced slightly, something we've been seeing a ton this week, especially in the lower bracket, that was just a goal, quite simply. But, he had a lot of respect for the back wall clear. Even though the ball is literally as far away from the Oxygen goal as it could have been, you still have to be worried about the shot.
We'll see the rotation or lack thereof from Monkey Moon, just sticking himself on the opponent's backboard. Farah, nice bump to prevent the second man coming in. Look to try and escape. Goals in the opening half of these games simply do not exist, or at least it might not do if Astral at least somehow got contact on that one. Although saying that, in both games, we should have seen at least one of the last 2 we've been in. Monkey Moon looks for the backboard. Josette is right on top of it, and his shot will be going pretty much nowhere.
Yeah, it's great play by Josette. A bit of an awkward one to read with multiple BDS players right beside the ball. But he managed to cover all angles and clear the ball away from danger. Up until now, Oxygen haven't been boost starved, and that's something they need to keep up, because the 2 times that they have, had boost starved last man in any play, they've been scored on. Once in game 1, once in game 2. BDS have yet to be boost starved. They don't really get boost starved. They just always have 100 boost seemingly on someone who's able to make a play on the ball. And Oxygen up until now have also managed to keep that going. But that efficiency, it really gets tested after minute games go by. You just have to keep on focusing and know that the one mistake you do make is probably the one the BDS are going to score off.
Yeah, this isn't a test that you get a pass over 60%. You have to be on point the entire way. If you're not, then you are going to start getting caught. This has been now BDS starting to press forward. All 3 players required. Triple the chance to save it, though. And that is going to be a lot of boost, though. They're going to need to try and get out of this, and they have.
I don't even hate that triple commit. It's such a threatening shot. You just have to send everybody. Now Monkey Moon's undefended. Oh, he's dunked in. Shot set save. And it won't be a boost star play this time. Monkey Moon, uncontested, wastes no time. And he finds a dunk after the backboard double.
And BDS are the first to strike yet again, following the same habits as we've had throughout this entire series. Auction don't want any more deja vu. Astral tries to play it all the way around. Farah can't quite time his run in. Now Astral with no boost isn't going to be able to do anything to prevent Mark from getting that ball into the orange side of the field. Just after that one challenge that can help them out, that is certainly going to be it. Monkey Moon pops the ball out. First one to it is Mark yet again. Can Oxygen either create that room or force the mistake? This is a bit hopeful
Monkey
there from
Moon.
Farah, and that now leaves Monkey Moon available.
My goodness.
How? How do you stop him? It defies logic.
He just jumped off the ceiling with no boost, Shogun. Nothing. But he got bumped mid-air after sending the ball into the back wall, landed on the ceiling with no boost. He had no boost after getting bumped, gets the reset on the ceiling, and still finds his way to the ball for the double touch. Monkey Moon, that's all I gotta say.
Johnny, we spent this entire game hyping up, what's gonna happen when BDS runs out of boost, and then Monkey Moon with nothing says, observe.
And that's the lesson for Oxygen in this series. They fall behind in games 1 and 2 when their players get boost starved. Monkey Moon to the hat trick here, of course. What a game from him. Taking over a lobby where it's been exceptional. I don't think Oxygen have even played too badly all over here. Obviously, they're completely tilted at this point. They don't know what to do because they've just been styled on by Monkey Moon twice in a row. But that is how you play Rocket League with no boost. Apparently, you can go to the absolute limit as high as he wants and then still get the goals. Just wow. That is one of the best goals that we will see all year.
Well, I'm sure after the previous performances, a lot of teams were looking at this regional as the chance to take down BDS. After this series, yeah, have fun with that one, would be their message to everybody else. I don't get it. That was the last split of BDS back yet again. A bit close, a little bit of a chance for the other team in game 1 and 2, and then they just break them in game 3. I'll rephrase this. Monkey Moon broke them in game 3.
Yeah.
We're going to need to see that go a lot.
Yeah, that was just incredible. This game started off with extra pre-jump saving an Astral double touch. Then fittingly, it finishes off with Monkey Moon scoring multiple double touches. But that second one, just unreal. He took a bump mid-play when he was boost starved, and he just used that to get a reset on the ceiling and then fly into the rebound. I honestly don't even know how he's pulled that off, but that is what you run into when you play BDS. They've got that ability to, have any of their players step up and win a game single-handedly. So, if you go 2 games down and you haven't seen any of their players win a game single-handedly yet, it's probably over because they're going to do it at some point.
Right, well, we are going to continue gushing about how good BDS are during the break. When we come back, you guys get to hear the Des talk about how good BDS are. As we come back, though, we're going to hear about all of that, as well as get into our other upper bracket quarterfinal between Guild and the Giants.